All right, well, this next guest, Laurencia, basically had to be at the right place at the right time for this perfect moment to happen right here. You are looking at Red Bull athlete Mike Brewer flying across the total eclipse in Spain, racing at more than 150 miles per hour, getting a picture-perfect shot there. And now joining us here on Vibe Check is Mike himself. Mike, we're so happy we get to talk to you about this because you put it perfectly right on your Instagram post. You said, so much had to go right, so much went wrong, and somehow we still walked away with the most insane photo. So tell us the nitty gritty of this. What ups and downs did you have to go through for this to actually happen?
Yeah, so there were a lot of variables that had to line up to make this possible. We wanted to do it in an authentic way, which means we were taking a really difficult photograph, not something that you could edit after the fact. And that means that we had to have a photographer that was placed a mile away. We had to have perfect weather. We had to nail our job flying our wingsuits close to the mountain in the dark. So all this had to line up, and we only had 83 seconds to do it, which means you get one shot. Mother Nature's not going to wait, and we had, you know, some ups and downs and some on-the-fly problem solving, including my paraglider motor failing right before the jump and having to do an emergency switch to a different paraglider in order to actually get the jump to happen. But it all worked out, and all the variables came together. Noah, the photographer, crushed it, and we got exactly what we were looking for out of it. It was incredible.
Wow, I think that kind of leads me into my next question, Mike. You know, 900 hours, 9 months, 500 hours. When you're dealing with something so precise and you only have one moment to capture this picture, the athlete in me needs to know, how do you rehearse and train for a moment like this?
So we did everything step by step. We started as a team together, shooting in the mountains in the daylight, just the easiest possible scenario. And then we started shooting at dusk and then at nighttime. And then we added in moving the photographer way back to test the long range flashes that you see illuminating me there. And then we started lining ourselves up with the moon. So we did a lot of rehearsals with the moon to make sure that our calculations were right and that we were able to line the photographer and the moon up with me in the middle. So we trained that over several test shoots over that 9-month period until we got to Spain.
Dang. So those are the physical preparations, right? But as far as the mental preparation, and don't lie to me, okay? I know there was a little bit of fear in there, right? It's only natural. But how do you go about kind of blocking out the ifs, the ands, the buts, the unknown to make sure you can have a smooth ride?
Well, at the end of the day, all you can do is prepare as best you can and then trust your team and trust your preparation. And then basically visualize really hardcore, make sure that you've got the whole plan in your head in detail and then just go execute. So yes, I was super nervous, but being nervous is part of what we do on a daily basis anyway. And it's all about focusing on that positive outcome. And if there are any problems, just keep solving the next problem one at a time until you get the result that you want.
Mike, after the photo, I saw the video that your photographer posted, and we could feel the emotion. Everyone could feel it. Talk to me about how it felt when you finally pulled this off and you realized that you did something that had never been done before.
Well, for one, like I said, there was a moment where I really didn't think that it was going to happen. It takes 8 minutes for those strikes to climb to altitude, and mine malfunctioned, and I was not off the ground until 5 minutes before the eclipse. So I really thought we're not going to make it, but we pulled it together. We made it to the right altitude. And so flying through that target, landing safely in the landing area, and then hearing from the photographer that we got the photo, and then seeing the photo, it was just unbelievable. It went from the extreme low of, oh my gosh, did I just waste 9 months and all this effort and everyone's time, to no, we totally pulled it off, and it was in the most spectacular way possible. And it was just pure joy. It was magic.
Oh my goodness, to see the emotion on everybody. You saw Noah, crying, falling to his knees, and then you guys just going crazy. Be honest with us here. Did you guys take any Red Bull to kind of get you through those tough moments?
Oh yeah, for sure. It was a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of jet lag, and a lot of late nights. And then that night we were up until 2 or 3 in the morning.
Oof.
And so for sure, Red Bull was involved, pushing us all the way through and keeping us going, giving us that energy we needed.
Oh my goodness,
that.
Mike, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us about this momentous occasion. Cannot wait to see what you come up with next.
Thank you guys so much.